Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Coach Cruz for anybody that's new out there. And we have a lot of new people out there. I don't know if any of them are here right now, but if you are, we recently had 300 new Coach Cruz family members join the family, and welcome to the family. And the reason for that is I put out a video, and actually, you all that are the normal viewers that have been here all along, you got a preview of kind of what we were talking about, like what we expected the new VIFP program to look like with Carnival. And, that's what we discussed last week. And then I released that video, and I had no idea how popular that video would be. It was one of the most popular videos I've put out that wasn't like a ship tour or something like that. I think it's been viewed, 22,000 times or something, has about 800 likes, and like I say, about 300 new subscribers. So it's been wonderful. So if there's any of you that are here from that video, we are going to kind of piggyback off that video because there were some amazing comments in there and some comments that made me think twice about a few things. So we're going to discuss that with the new Carnival VIFP program and some of the thoughts and ideas that you have. And as a matter of fact, I took screenshots of some of these comments. Now, some of these comments are very similar to other people's comments. So, if anybody's out there and say, hey, I said that same thing, why didn't you use my comment? I just went through all the comments. And like I said, when I see one, I take a picture. But I do realize some of the comments had the same theme. And so we will get into that. Zoe is over here. She didn't have her normal big breakfast and lunch. So she's trying to scratch my arm off over here, hoping to get some treats. But as always, let me say hello to everybody. The members. In the last couple of days, I've shared a couple members only videos. One of them was Andrew and Yoli invited me to their friends' crawfish and shrimp boil, and I've been to that a couple different years now. And they came into town, and they also gave me a new bottle of bourbon for the collection. Now, I will say this: if anybody does a $15 super chat, I will do one shot of this. Why will I only do one shot? Is because it is 100 proof. Okay, and anytime I start doing the bourbons that are 90 or higher proof, that's when I get into some real trouble. And that's when I get hurt. So I will start it off because I told them, that this will be the first shot today if I do one. But if anybody out there does do a $15 super chat or more and you're the first one, then you're going to hit me the hardest of anybody all night, because that is the 100 proof one. But yeah, and then also I went to the Cubs game yesterday with a buddy of mine. So members out there got to see that and got to see my drunken rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game during the 7th inning stretch. And, to just have a good time at the ballpark and see my drunken friend fall down in the grass. So see, that's what you're missing by not being a member. And you're like, okay, you're not convincing me to be a member. and I would understand that. But yeah, let me say hi to everybody. Oh, look at that. We got some new medal winners. We got Chris Moss. I don't know if this is your first gold medal, but Chris Moss is the first to check in. Says, hey, Coach and Cruz fam. Mandy has the silver. She has a few medals on her mantle. And then Ken Laskell gets the bronze. And Justin, wow, Justin was 4th. Justin finished off the podium. Like, I guess he's like, Michael Phelps. Even Michael Phelps doesn't win a medal every single time. So, Justin, you're a little late. Some people are stepping up, getting there a little quicker, Justin. You're going to have to get back in the gym, work out a little bit. Will G is here. He just survived a storm, had some tree branches down in his backyard. I saw that today on Facebook, so we are glad that you are okay. Will, Adventures with Uncle Dave is here as well. Good to see you, Uncle Dave, as always. We got Sandy, the Lost Pirate Jenkins, and I got Sandy's koozie right in front of me here, along with her shot glass. Right there. There it is. Ann Dolan is back once again. We got Angie, the Merry Mixer, here, and I was looking at her. She's like I said, I always talk about how fancy her cookies are. She makes this giant cookie that looks like a pizza, so it's really cool. I was looking at that today. So I always want to eat this stuff, and it's a good thing I can't because it'd be like 400 pounds. Eric from North Shore Traveler says, "Hey, Brad and fellow coach cruisers, what's going on, Eric?" We got Yoli, and yeah, Yoli, I was just talking about. Like I said, we had a wonderful time at that. The shrimp, I swear to God, the shrimp were like this big. They were like the prawn type shrimp, the giant shrimp. And that was really cool. They were like a meal in themselves, although I did eat like 10 of them, not gonna lie. They were really good. The corn and the potatoes and all that. Love a good boil. Mark Booz is back in the house. Good to see you, Mark. Didn't miss anybody, did I? Okay. Carnival Cruise Addicts saying hello to all. Big group of people. Liz and Chris, great to see you guys. And Kimberly Lovell is back once again. Good to see you. Kimberly, Tony is checking in and says, "Good evening, coach. Just got off the Sunshine. Great trip." And that's great to hear. I've been on the Sunshine once. I like that they have a pool in the Serenity area. It's one of the few ships that do that isn't XL class. And then we are to the first one. Chris is getting his money's worth here. Let's see that 100 proof. Zoe needs a treat, and I'm glad that for no other reason, my arm will get a little less scratched up. So high five for Chris Moss. He's getting that. Oh, yeah, she's hungry. She wanted that one. All right, so we already had James last week, 1 through 47. So that means we're going to get to 100 real quick tonight. Chris Moss then is 48. Let's see, 52. I got a math now because it's a weird number. 48 through 62. Is that right? 47, 15. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, let's do it. The 100 proof. Still got to finish. I had started taking the label off, and then I didn't want to, be stuck and not be able to get it off. Now, for whatever reason, my Wi-Fi is showing I have 1 bar. So I hope I'm not, doing that junk. I don't know why it's really frustrating sometimes on the Wi-Fi. It hasn't been messed up, at least not on my end. At least I don't see a mess up. This is the first time I've seen that little indicator in a while. So I hope we're going to be okay tonight, and there's going to be no interruptions. I see we got 42 people here. If all 42 people were to hit that like button, 43 people now. Hey, whoever that new person is, thanks for joining. But Chris Moss, thank you so much. And Yoli and Andrew, thank you so much for getting us this very great bottle of Whistle Pig Piggyback, age 6 years, 100 proof. Heavy stuff here. Cheers. Whew. I think I felt all 100 of those proof. It's good. It's just strong. Real strong. Okay. Yeah. That'll wake you up. I don't need any more hair on my chest. I got plenty of that. And maybe that's why I have so much hair on my chest. All right. Let's see. We got Michelle B., the ship wanderer here. And thank you guys. Seriously, you guys are the best. What whiskey is that? I think I just said, but it's age 6 years, Whistle Pig, Piggyback. It's a very popular bourbon. I haven't gotten it too much. I don't know why, honestly, because I know it's a good one, and it is very good. It's as smooth can be for 100 proof. I'll tell you that. It's good stuff. Will G. Sean Abel is back. Hello, everyone from a stormy Orlando, Florida. I just hope it's not stormy when I go down there. We got Eric from North Shore Traveler. So see, I said this at the start though. So I can't keep doing the 100 proof because I will be on the floor before this show is over. So I got 90 proof here. And honestly, I wish I had something lower. I don't have my old fashioned because that's only 84 proof. But I got 90 proof 4 Roses. So that's 10 less proof. So we're going to have to switch to that because that 100 proof is going to last me a while. I'll start with that. and I'll do one shot. But I can't do 100 proofs over and over because, like I said, I'm just going to be on the floor. And we got a show to do. All right, my friend Eric, the North Shore Traveler, you are going to be numbers. And Zoe's already sitting up here like, okay, I know what that means. Where's my treat? So 67, 77. That was a little easier math. We're already up to 77, 63 through 77. High five for Eric. What do you say to him? She's getting better on the thank yous, right? She's learning their manners. So we got the Four Roses here and the pirate, drinking out of the pirate shot glass. You can tell that difference in 10 proof. Like I said, this is really good, but you could see my reaction. The difference between those 10 proof is something, I'm telling you. Difference between 100 proof and 90 or 84. Yeah, you can tell it for sure. Scott from Controversial Cruising, and I got those stickers in the mail, Scott, along with those of you, that if you gave me a self-addressed envelope, I got it in the mail today. So most of you should get those stickers. And then if you had shirts or cups coming, I got those in the mail today. So they should be coming by the end of the week, hopefully. At the latest, the very beginning of next week. And look at this. We got Sherry back in the house. So great to see you. And check this out, everybody. Everybody in the comments, wish Sherry and Jay a happy 3rd anniversary. It is their anniversary. I saw it on Facebook. So now everybody, you can wish Sherry and Jay a happy anniversary. But happy anniversary, Sherry. Thank you so much for that. You have put us over the 100 as you've done many times before. So you are 78 through 100. And let's see, that makes 23. And then so that means you're 1 through 27 on the next one. All right. And Zoe is still working on that other treat. So I will do the shot first before we get talking about the Carnival VIFP and say hi to anybody we haven't said hi to. So we have the Four Roses once again, 90 proof. Sherry and Jay, thank you so much. And happy anniversary. Seriously, you guys are amazing. Thank you. All right. Okay. That I will say the good thing about doing that 100 proof first is it makes it easier to do like those 90 proofs. All right. So happy anniversary to Sherry and Jay. High five. Say happy anniversary. See, she did it. 2 words. Happy anniversary. She had 2 barks there. So that was her happy anniversary. Good deal. Always smarter than I thought she was. J&T Adventures is here. Says, hey there, Coach. Happy Tuesday to everyone. J&T, happy Tuesday to you. Rick, the Texas Cruiser. And you got something coming in the mail too, Rick. You know what it is. Nancy Whitney's checking in on Facebook. Hey, Coach, welcome to summer vacation. I wish it was summer vacation. I've got school tomorrow, and I'll have school until June 15th, believe it or not. And then I get on a cruise June 18th out of New York. Let's see. But, yeah, we get out of school later than anybody, but we go back later than just about anybody too. So we have that part going for us. Look at that. Love it. You all come through as you always do. Everybody's saying happy anniversary to Jay and Sherry. That is great. We got Britt Gallon, Texas. Good grief. You'll be cross-eyed and sliding under the desk pretty soon. Well, Britt Gallon, Texas, I've built up a tolerance in response to all my amazing Coach Cruise fam out there. And the funny thing, Britt Gallon, Texas, is I had shared that, kind of inebriated members only video at Wrigley Field yesterday. And somebody replied like Coach slurring his words and half drunk is always funny or whatever. And it's like, I don't know why you all find it so funny. I guess I find it funny too when I see people I know there. As a matter of fact, I was laughing at one of them yesterday when my buddy fell down in the grass because he was so drunk. So yeah, I guess I'm guilty of it too. I guess it is funny to kind of see people get a little tilted. So never mind. You all are right. We got Bellows Creek Cruiser back in the house. Chris Moss says June 15th. Ouch. We get out Thursday, work day on Friday, flying out Friday night for my first cruise of the summer. Heck yeah, Chris. Let's put that on the board. Can put it on the board. Yes. That was a White Sox guy that used to say that, but it was popular. So, but yeah, very cool. All right. So I guess we're ready to go now. All right. So we finally got through it. And anybody that's new, this is normal. It usually takes 10 to 15 minutes before we actually get the show started. So in the future, like if you're watching this on replay and you don't want to see all the intros and the highs and what's everybody doing and everything. Oh, wait, we got to draw a shirt, don't we? Never mind. We're not getting started yet. We got James 1 through 47, Chris 48 through 62, Eric, the North Shore Traveler 63 through 77, and Sherry B 78 through 100. And Sherry's also got us started on the next one. She's 1 through 27 on the next one. But you'll see there, we got nothing but 716 on top. Siri, give me a random number 1 through 100. 82. And guess what? Sherry, boom, comes right in there. And it's happy anniversary, and they got another anniversary gift coming. it might be something they already have, because I feel like that they have about every shirt that I have in the collection. But I don't know if you have a Loud Cup yet, Sherry. You know, if you don't have a Loud Cup, I can set you up with one of those, and I have them in different colors too. I think I still got about 6 or 8 of those left. So if you do want something different, we can help you out with that. So congratulations there. And we got, let's see, we got 73 more. So there's a good chance we can get to a second shirt today. I hope we do. All right. Now, I can remember this one just off the top of my head, but I want to see in the comments, and I thought about a rating system here. So I'm going to give you a number 1, 2, or 3. So put 1 in the comments if you don't agree at all, or just barely agree just a little bit. 2, if you're like, yeah, okay, that's about average. And then 3, if you strongly agree. So one of the comments that I kept seeing over and over, and it makes sense if you think about it, because Carnival is listing not only days, but they're listing it as days and points. So one of the arguments that several people made in that video that it's viral for me, it's like a normal video for like Lolita Loca or something, but it's a viral video for me. But several people made a reference to, you know, they don't think it's fair that if they buy a suite and they pay $5,000 for a suite, that they get the same amount of days or they get the same amount of points as somebody that's like buying an interior cabin and, you know, going just for those 7 days, that like they feel like they should get more. And other cruise lines do this. Other cruise lines do give you more points or more, you know, I guess, you know, ammunition or whatever to move up to the next level based on how much money you're spending. So do you think that you have no chance Carnival does this? Like, that's a dumb idea. You don't think they'll do it? 2, yeah, I mean, it's plausible. They could do that. Or 3, like, yeah, I think there's a real strong chance they could go to something of a point-based system in which they reward people with more points or more credit toward advancing to a higher tier. So go ahead and put 1, 2, or 3. 3 would be you really think that that's a strong possibility. 2, like, yeah, that's really plausible. I could see them doing that. I think they might do that. And then 1, you're like, no, they're not going to do that. And they're going to keep it just the way it is. They're going to keep it days. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. So a lot of people see the validity in it, but you're not so sure that you know, that it's going to fly, right? But you think it could be possible. Okay, so a lot of 2s there. All right. So another one that I kept seeing over and over again. Now, they've been outwardly open. John Heald in particular has been outwardly open about saying that part of the reason they're revamping this VIFP program is because there are so many new platinum members, so many people in platinum now that they can't, extend the priority boarding the way they originally intended, when you became platinum. So that's one of the big reasons why they have to change things up. So, when I made the video, it was my contention that, they're trying to thin that out by not giving as much priority boarding and things like that. Now, one of the main comments I see over and over again is from people that have just turned platinum or people that are currently platinum. And they're basically saying that if Carnival takes away their priority boarding, that they're out, that they are going to, go to other lines and cruise with other lines. And, they're just bracing themselves for being upset, and they're going to get the heck out. Before I ask for your thoughts on that one, let's get a couple comments here. We got Britt Gal in Texas. Personally, I think anyone who's been loyal for many cruises, even in an inside cabin, should be as rewarded as a new suite cruiser, but there's no simple solution. They're going to upset someone. And yeah, that's a real possibility. It's hard to see them not upsetting somebody in this. So I agree with you on that, Britt Gal in Texas, and thank you for contributing to the show right away as a new person to the show, unless you change your name and you've always been here, because a couple people have done that in the past. They've changed their name and they're like, oh, I was, this person before. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you've been here all the time. So that's one of the things. So if you think, if you think there's going to be a lot of people that back up what they're saying about leaving Carnival, if they don't keep their priority boarding, put a 3. If you think that that's, an average opinion, like, yeah, I think I could see, a good amount of people doing that. Or if you think like, yeah, no, people aren't going to do that. It's not that big a deal, whatever, then put a 1. So if you don't think it's that big a deal, if you think people are just like, they're just blowing smoke, whatever, put a 1. If you think like, yeah, there's a little truth to that, I think some people could get really upset and leave, then put a 2. And if you think like, yep, I'm one of those people, I'm getting the hell out. If they take my priority boarding away, I'm getting out, then put a 3. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing more 1s here. So a lot of people are saying like they don't feel like people are going to leave if, if they don't get their priority boarding. Okay, Britt, I will do that. Feel free to just call me Britt. And Britt, that's what she said. you gave me a perfect "that's what she said" line, so I have to follow that up with, is that not a perfect "that's what she said" comeback line right there? Yeah, you're obligated to say that, that's just what we do here. Okay. All right. So we got some 1s. Adventures with Uncle Dave 2. So, realistic possibility. People could be saying like, yeah, no. Mandy, we got here so annoying because I worked hard for platinum all throughout working in college, but I am a Carnival girl. I like that attitude there. Eric is saying 2. So some real possibilities. Roger Calkins, priority boarding isn't a really big deal. I like priority boarding. I'm not gonna lie. I like getting on there a little bit early, especially like if I'm on an XL class ship. I'd make a V line towards Shaq's Chicken, before the line gets super long, and it does get long on that day of embarkation usually. And yeah, it's just kind of nice to get on that ship early, and if the room is ready, I unpack and I get all the stuff done that I want to get done. So that's me. Like when I come home, I kid you not, like my suitcase can sit in my room for over a week before I even open it up to start unpacking, because I mean, who cares, right? I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm not on vacation anymore. There's no rush to do this. But when I'm on vacation, it's like I want to get everything ready so I can just completely enjoy, and I don't have anything on my mind to worry about except vacation, except having fun and doing all that. So I'm very on task, on the ball when it comes to getting on the ship. And I'm like, so the priority boarding, it does matter to me. So I do understand it there. CCA, the Carnival Cruise Acts, they have to do something because there's so many people hitting priority now. It's too many. Yeah. Okay. So this gets me to my next thought that I haven't even had to go to my phone to look up comments yet, because I remember. So, the bourbon hasn't hit me too hard yet. Let's see, how many shots have I done? Maybe it has hit me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've only done 3 shots. That's why I can still think straight. Let's see. Do away with faster to the fun option. Yeah, and Kimberly and some people pointed that out in the comments as well, like on the video that I did. And I mean, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And even if you don't want to watch the video, I mean, look through all the comments of people and their thoughts of why they feel like, what they feel like should happen with the new loyalty program. All right. So let's see. Yeah, the faster the fun option, they have gotten rid of that on some ships because they have too much priority people. And then the other thing is, Carnival wants to make money off that. I agree with that. A couple people have pointed that out, that Carnival wants to make money on faster to the fun, and I agree with that. If they thin out priority boarding, I don't think they're going to get rid of it, because how are you going to tell people that have like 300 plus cruise days, like, oh yeah, you always got priority boarding, but yeah, no, we're just not going to do priority boarding anymore. They're not going to get rid of priority boarding. If they did, that would be stupid. Like, that might lead to people being like, all right, see ya. If they did some kind of class system, or they said like, oh, we're only going to give suites priority boarding, then that would make people irate. And they would just be like, all right, we'll see you at the exit. Bye-bye. So yeah, it's my strong belief that they will keep priority boarding. It's just, I think they're going to try to thin it out. I think they're going to try to raise the days or raise the priority levels. Now, here's what I think they could do. I know CCA believes they're going to add at least 2 levels. I've said at least 1 level. But I mean, I could definitely see 2 levels. I could see even 3 levels, but for sure, obviously they're going to add at least 1. And the simplest way to do it is, if you put a level on top of diamond, and then you just bump up those days, as I shared as an example in that video that I turned out. But again, people are making me think more and more that it could be more than 1 level. And they're making me think more and more that, they might keep the current system of blue, red, gold, diamond, platinum, and then just add 2 different, things and insert them there. If they do that, what I think, another thing that they've said about Carnival is a lot of the people that have cruised across other lines, MSC, Royal, everything else, a lot of people say that Carnival sucks, that Carnival is the worst at perks. They say that everybody else is better at perks than Carnival. One thing I've seen with Carnival, and you all tell me if I'm wrong about this, Carnival is not a leader. They are a follower. They see Royal, and it's like they are the baby brother to Royal Caribbean. I swear. It seems like that. And I just ticked off so many people at Carnival right now. And I love you, Carnival, but that's what it looks like from the outside. It looks like you see what Royal does, and you're like, oh my God, oh, the Royal's doing that. We got to do that. A Royal's doing that. We got to do that. Oh, Royal has Coco K. We have to do Celebration Key. Royal has this, we have to do this. It seems like everything they do is almost in response to what other people do. Like for once, I wish Carnival would be the innovators, that they would do their own thing and do something that the rest of the industry has to follow. Okay. But they don't. It's like somebody else, leads the pack, sets the pace, so to speak. And Carnival says, oh, okay, I see. We have to keep pace with them. And then they go and respond to that. So Carnival, when you become the big dog and you start setting the trend and people have to follow what you're doing, then I'll be like, hey, but for right now, you seem like you got little brother complex and you just follow what these other companies do. Now, that's not to say that, that's bad, right? I honestly believe that Carnival is going to pick their perk game up because they see those comments and they see all of you saying, well, not all of you, because not all of you think that way. Some of you could care less about the perks, but they see a lot of people saying like, Carnival's the worst on perks. Like everybody else is better than them. And then you have also a comment from John Heald saying that you're going to be really happy about the perks. Usually John is pretty truthful. You can usually kind of be like, okay, he said that. And then when the truth or the real news comes out, and you're like, oh, okay, I understand what he was saying. Like, yeah, that's true. So I mean, John's usually not going to sugarcoat the stuff too much. I mean, obviously he's a company guy, so he's got to sugarcoat it a little bit. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to come up with some perks that are really, really good that even if you don't have priority boarding, you're going to be like, oh, well, it sucks. I'm losing priority boarding, but at least I have this and this and this. Okay. While I was rambling and running my mouth the way I do, I saw a bunch of comments popping up. I didn't get a chance to read them, but we're going to do that now. We're going to pop some comments up there because I'm sure you all have some great ones. We got Admin Tim checking in. Must have been here a little late, but that's okay, Admin Tim, because you're our man. Okay. So the last comment we left off with, Kimberly Lavelle, do away with faster the fun. Roderick Hawkins says, listen, being in the upper tiers, you'll still be boarding before everybody else. Yeah, I think if you're in one of the top 2 levels, I think you'll still get priority boarding. It's just how many days or points or whatever system they're going to do. How many are you going to need to get up there? Chris Moss says, why would they give up their progress and start over with a different cruise line? Just doesn't make sense. Carnival will not lose any money on them. The cruise business is strong. Chris, so that is a great question. And it's a question that's been answered by several. So MSC and Royal, I've been told, and a couple other cruise lines will match your loyalty level. So if you say, hey, I'm diamond over here at Carnival, I get this stuff. And they're like, oh, really? Here, hold our beer. Come on over. We'll give you the same thing. We'll match your level. So what do you do then? You're like, oh, wait. You're going to treat me just as good. You're going to move me from the lowest peg all the way up to, the highest peg because that's where I was just so I'll come over and be with your cruise line. And you're offering me this, and this, and Carnival's only offering me this and that. Okay, yeah, I'll try it out. So yeah, Chris, to your question, unless everybody's lying to me, other cruise lines are trying to steal Carnival customers away, saying, hey, yeah, you know what? We'll give you everything they said they'd give you, and we'll give you a little more. We'll throw a little sugar on top of it. So you have that. We got Adventures with Uncle Dave. I'm getting platinum in September. Just let me enjoy it before you strip my happiness away. And you know what, Uncle Dave? That's a good point. There's so many people that are in your same situation that are like, this is BS. Like I've been working so hard to get up here to platinum. And then now you're going to tell me that, the thing I've been working so hard to get, I wanted my priority boarding, I wanted my laundry and everything else like that. That's what I've been looking forward to. And now you're going to say, oh, no, you're not going to get that. Sorry. So it is my belief that Carnival is not stupid enough to do that. I don't believe Carnival is stupid enough to do that. Why are they going to just royally infuriate, no pun intended, um, so many people, to save, a couple pennies? That phrase I like, penny wise, dollar dumb. I hope that Carnival, when they roll this VIFP program out, is not penny wise and dollar dumb, to where they're like, oh, well, we can save a few pennies, if we do this and this and we don't give people this and we don't give people that, then that's going to save us, like $4 million. Okay. If you're worried about saving $4 million or $5 million, instead of the 50, the 100 million, the 200 million that you're going to lose when you tick so many people off that they get out, then you're not as smart as I think you are. I think Carnival is smarter than that. They've run a good company. I mean, they're selling out their rooms and everything. So as a Carnival stockholder and as somebody that is loyal to Carnival myself, I believe Carnival is going to do their best to make as many people happy as possible. And I hope you're one of those people, Adventures with Uncle Dave. Can they make everybody happy? I don't know if they can make everybody happy, but I genuinely believe they're going to try to make as many people happy as possible. They're going to try to get this as right as they can. The thing that I think potentially could upset some people is priority boarding, because they're not going to be able to give that to as many people as they're giving now. They're going to have to make that harder to get. So if that's the thing that is going to upset you, then you're going to be upset. And so there's going to be some people that are going to be upset about that, and it's the people that were in line to get it, like Adventures with Uncle Dave. He was in line to get it. But I think to make up for priority boarding, if they can't give Adventures with Uncle Dave priority boarding, I think to make up for that, they're going to have to do something else. They're going to have to say, hey, Uncle Dave, we're going to treat you to a steakhouse. That cool with you? We're going to give you a $50 steakhouse meal. That's part of your perk, your platinum. You get to go to the steakhouse now. How do you like that? And Uncle Dave might be like, you know what? I can wait another hour to get on board for a steakhouse. Okay, yeah, that works. So I mean, I don't know if I'm not saying that's what they're going to do, but I just feel like if they're going to take something away that normally you were expecting to get, then they're going to have to put something in its place to make you feel like, okay, all right, yeah, all right, that's a fair trade-off. I'll deal with that. I'll bite the bullet on that one. So that's just my opinion there. Okay. Texas Cruiser, we did open a Carnival credit card and more excited about the perks from it. Also, the perks from the gambler program appeal to me more. Yeah, that's one thing I will say that Carnival does really well is they take care of their gamblers. Carnival Cruise Addicts, there's your people right there. If you need to know, I mean, but you got to gamble a lot to get to CCA's level. They're like, yeah, hold my beer. Like we're like the real gamblers. Like I don't even, I forget the level that they're on because they're on such a high level, like it's hardly ever heard of. It's just like, people are like, oh yeah, I know about Premier. I know about Ultra. I know about this. And then they're like, oh, well, we're on this level. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that was a level. That's the level that CCA is on, Carnival Cruise Addicts. So yeah, they are your experienced gamblers. Britt, my concern is they'll opt for having points, nights, and status expiring annually, like most airline loyalty schemes do now. That would suck unless they grandfather everyone in. Britt, you just got me, you just turned my stomach a little bit right there, because that is a new one about the expiring points. And yeah, oh man, they better not do that. That will be something like, there's nothing that's been said to this point, and part of it is because I have like over 300 days. So almost nothing has scared me to this point. That's the first thing that scared me. You just scared me, Brett. You won the prize. If they say my stuff expires, oh yeah, that's gonna set me off a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. So you got me on that one, Brett. Good job on that. You probably scared quite a few other people too with that comment. Carnival Cruise Addicts, we don't cruise for the perks, though we like the vibe. Okay, so Carnival Cruise Addicts, they get so much cool stuff. I mean, we're not even going to talk about the Ultra, that's like beneath them. Just to give you an idea of what Ultra is. So on one day during the cruise, you go, they have this special party or whatever, and you stick your hand into this thing and you draw out a card. And your card tells you what you get for free. It doesn't cost. All right. Sorry about that. And let me make myself bigger. Wait. There we go. All right. Apologies. I told you all I had one little bar earlier, and then now it looks like I'm fully back. Um, yeah, no, it's well on my side it showed a black screen and a little spinning circle, so I didn't think you all could hear me or see me. Uh, Britt, it's okay. Seriously. Um, yeah, so it's Britt says, yikes, didn't mean to be Debbie Downer. I've flown internationally a lot in the past, had high status with American Airlines. It was painful to see it downgraded each year since I wasn't flying enough anymore. And Britt, I get what you mean because I have a Southwest credit card now, and I don't even have like a full-on companion. I don't have anybody that lives by me that could be my companion right now. But like if you get enough points with Southwest, you can buy an airline ticket and then you can pick somebody. But the only bad thing is you have to pick the same person. It has to be the same person. It's great if you're married, or if you are with somebody that lives right by you, that you travel with all the time. So that doesn't apply to me because nobody lives right by me that I travel with all the time. So they fly out of a different airport. But it's a really cool thing. If you get enough points, then you get a companion pass, and then that companion gets to fly for free for whatever So if you pay $500 for a ticket, you get that same ticket for free for your companion. So basically, both of you can fly for half the price, but you got to earn enough points, and then those points expire, as Britt is pointing out, at the end of the year. So it's like, I think for my thing, you got to get 35,000 points. And I've been charging everything on my Southwest card to get points because you can use that to buy airline tickets and things like that. So I've usually been flying with Southwest. So it's a good credit card for that. But I don't know if I'll ever spend enough to get up to that, companion pass level, but it is what it is. Nancy says frozen up on our side. Sorry about that, Nancy. Yeah, I was seeing a black screen with a circle, but some people were seeing that it was working. Texas Cruiser, I love my celebrity match to my Royal Caribbean Diamond Plus level. Plus, also MSC gave me the gold level to match my Royal Loyalty. And there we go. Texas Cruiser just shared what I was talking about just a little bit ago. Chris Moss, yes, MSC matched me to gold last year, so that was nice. Party on the Sea is in the house. And Dolan says, yep, same with Delta in response to the airlines. All right. So there was another comment that I was thinking about that I wanted to share. I might have to go to the phone. I might finally have to go to the phone and look up some of these comments that I was talking about. Okay. This one comes from a lady named Sandra. It would be cool to name them like the ship classes, but they won't get rid of a card that shows them who is a first-time cruiser. They get the great customer service. I'm 3 days away from platinum, and I will cancel all 6 of my upcoming cruises if I am not grandfathered in. You hear that? This is from a real loyal cruiser, Sandra, and I won't give her full name. I mean, it's in my video. You could see it if you wanted to. But she says, I'm 3 days away from platinum, and I will cancel all 6 of my upcoming cruises if I'm not grandfathered in. So there you go. There's other people out there that feel like Sandra, that feel like, if they come out with this new plan and they feel slighted, she's got 6 cruises booked and she's going to cancel every dang one of them if she doesn't feel like they give her the treatment that she deserves. So that's just one example. Okay, let's go to another comment. This is from a guy named Wolf. That's just part of his name. He says, Coach, this is the topic of the century. This is a topic I subscribe to your channel to have discussed. Please keep making videos like this. Carnival, if you are reading this, all you have to do is copycat what Royal is doing. Just copy Royal to a T. It's that simple. So getting back to that point that I made earlier, and listen to Mandy, everybody. 42 people watching, 47 people watching now. Thank you for that, Mandy. And Mandy is saying, hit the like button. And if you want to know why she's blasted up in green there, it's because she is a member. I don't know why, but she's been a member for 1 month. So maybe that's why she's like an extra green. But you're an extra green, Mandy. So that's you're the first person to like the names are in green, but you're the first person, like your whole box is in green. I don't know why. Maybe it's because you signed up earlier or something. I don't know. All right. Nancy Whitney says, last time they made a change, they grandfathered people. I would hope they would do that again. My belief is that they will grandfather people in. Like so they're going to announce it this summer, right? The shortest grandfathering they could possibly do. And I think this would be unfair, and I think this would upset a lot of people, is if they said, oh, yeah, we're going to give you guys until the start of the year to get all your cruises booked, and we'll count all those cruises booked towards grandfathering you in. I think that's too short of a time. So let's say, I mean, we're about to hit June. Let's say, July 1st or before the 4th of July, they make this announcement, right? So you got July, August, September, October, November, December. That's only 6 months. I think they got to give you more than 6 months. So I think they're going to give you at least a year. I think they're going to give everybody at least a year to accumulate points and bookings and things like that. And I think they'll say, like, okay, if you hit this, or if you're at that, you're going to be at this level. And then after that, it's going to, take you to this spot or whatever to be able to make it to the next level. So I do feel like they're going to be considerate of grandfathering. I mean, so many people, it seems like, are prepared for Carnival to be stupid. Like, and I don't think Carnival is going to be stupid. Like, I really feel like they're going to be smart about this. And I kind of feel like that's why they've delayed announcing exactly what they're doing, is because I think they've been afraid. Like, I think the beards have all sat at the table and said, you know what? I don't think we should release that now because it might upset some people. Let's go back to the table and let's work this out. Let's figure some other things out. Let's make sure we have this right. I mean, they were supposed to announce this the beginning of the year, remember, before the new year, and they delayed it. And then they've delayed it again. And then now it's going to be this summer they're going to announce it. So I mean, why are you delaying it that long? I think they were fearful that they didn't have it right. So, I mean, if you're going to take all that extra time, I think it's because you want to get it right. I mean, I don't know if they're doing focus groups, but right now we're doing a focus group. This very video is a focus group. That video that I released with all the comments from all the people and how they feel, the one that Sandra just mentioned about saying, I got 6 cruises booked already, and if they don't treat me right, I'm out. I'm canceling all of them. That better speak volumes to Carnival, because there's a lot more people than just Sandra, who I mentioned, that don't want to feel slighted. So Carnival has to make sure that whatever new tiers, whatever loyalty levels they come out with, they have to make sure that they appease people to the point where at least they feel like, okay, you heard me. Like, I know you couldn't give me everything that I wanted, but you heard me. You're making me feel like you appreciate me, and I'm cool. They have to do that at least. And if they don't, they are dumb. They are just dumb if they don't do that. But I think they're going to. I'm not saying they're dumb. I think they're going to not be dumb. I think they're going to be smart about this, and I think they're going to make us all happy. At least I hope they're going to do that. So we'll see. All right. Carnival Cruise Addict says, I definitely think they'll grandfather. They did that the last time they changed the loyalty program. Yeah, there's going to be some level of grandfathering. I have no doubt about that. Rick, the Texas Cruiser, and Uncle Dave, we need to go raid Chris's bar sometime. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd like to do that too. Texas Cruiser, I'm good friends with the lady of the manor at the CC Estate. Pretty sure she would. Oh, okay. All right. Let's get on topic here, guys. Let's see. Let me read one first before I put it on the screen. Okay, here we go. We got Chris here. They are not going to make everyone happy, and they for sure are going to make some happy. I love that. I'm a quote person. So one of those quotes I like is that quote's like, you can make all of the people happy some of the time, and you can make some of the people happy all of the time, but you can never make all of the people happy all of the time. And that's true. So, what's it going to be here? I don't know, but chances are we're not going to make everybody happy with Carnival here. Somebody's going to get upset, but I feel like what percentage of people have to be happy do you feel like Carnival to be successful? Let me put that question, put that in the comments, and put a percentage. What percentage for you to feel like Carnival unveiled a successful VIFP new revamp program? What percentage of people, Carnival cruisers, have to be happy for you to feel like it was successful? Is that 100%? Is that 90%? Is that 80%? Is that 75%, 70%? What percentage of people do you feel need to be happy with when a Carnival unveils and releases their plan? What percentage is that for you to feel like Carnival got it right? I mean, does it have to be 100%? Could it be 90? Could it be 80? Could it be 70? Could it be 60? Could it be 50? I mean, what percentage of people do you feel like need to be happy in order for it to be a successful rollout of the new program? Bellows Creek Cruiser says, is it fair to grandfather people in that have already paid their dues? Yeah, absolutely. You would think so. You would think it would be fair, right? The only thing is like, all right, so let me be devil's advocate here. Let's say I grandfather you into Platinum. Now, Platinum got priority boarding and 3 bags of laundry. And now I've added, and Carnival Cruise Addicts believes there's going to be a level added in between Platinum and Diamond. And I feel like that could happen. I also feel like for sure there's going to be a level added after Diamond. But whatever that level is in between Platinum and Diamond, let's just say that whatever that level is now, oh yeah, we're going to give that person priority boarding. But yeah, you're not quite there yet, so you don't get priority boarding. So you could have got grandfathered into Platinum, but they put a new level in past you, and that's the one that gets priority boarding. So you got grandfathered in. Hooray, you're still Platinum, but you're not getting priority boarding. Now they're grandfathering you in, but you're not getting what you would have gotten under the previous platinum level. So are you going to be happy with that? So that's what I mean about the devil's advocate. My man, Chris Moss, coach, you have to be parched. You need a beverage break. Zoe needs a treat. I could not agree with you more, my friend. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a sip of my Coke Zero and bourbon. Before I even get to the shot. So, with Mr. Chris Moss, we are now at 28 through 42. 28 through 42. So we are 58 away from that second share. Zoe, you want another treat? Oh, yeah, I guess she does. Big high five for Chris. Big high five. What do you say? Okay. You got like 3 little thank yous. All right. So we're going to go back to, you know what? Get the mama out here. We haven't done the Mary Dowling yet. We haven't done the mama yet. So let me dig this out here. And you know what? The cork is stuck in there on me. I think I broke the cork. We got it. We got it out. Now this one kicked my butt. You all kicked my butt with the mama one day. That was the Mother's Day. So I've already done the 100 proof stuff. We're gonna do one of those a show. That's it. So Yoli and Andrew. If I did a whole thing of that, I'd already be under the table here. So Mr. Chris Moss, who's already getting to go on vacation this week. I'm envious. He is a teacher and educator and coach also. Cheers to you, and congratulations on you escaping for the summer. I'm not there yet. I wish I was. I wish I was with you. So cheers, my friend. And Zoe is chomping away at her treat. So she's appreciating that. And let's move on. We got Adventures with Uncle Dave. I don't believe they would be stupid enough to discourage loyal cruisers by changing the loyalty program extremely. At least I hope not. I agree, Uncle Dave. I feel like they're going to get this right. I feel like there's going to be some wows. Honestly, Carnival, I think, has given the perception in the past that they don't always do things right. The crew is amazing. The one thing that I feel like there's nobody that's beaten Carnival's crew. I don't know what they do to train their crew to be as amazing as they are, but there is no other cruise line that can be superior than Carnival. There's not. Like, they are the best. Like, I mean, if there's better out there, I don't deserve it. I don't. Like, I'm not a good enough person to deserve better than the crew of Carnival as a whole. Like, however they train them to be as amazing as they are, to be as cool of people as they are, I don't know. Like, you can't, like, I could go to another cruise line. It could be as good. I'm not saying there's not another cruise line out there that the crew could be as good as, but I mean, I don't know. Carnival's crew is just, they do something. They put something in the water or something. They're feeding them something. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm friends with so many people on Carnival. Not just cruise directors. I mean, we're talking bartenders. We're talking, cabin steward. I mean, they're just great people. Just great people. Work so hard, and then they're fun on top of it and everything. So yeah, you know what? I got off on a tangent there. So let me stop. Let's go to Texas Cruiser. Hey, Coach, do you think the free drinks in the upper levels worry Carnival that it lowers their cash flow? So I'll tell you what worries me about free drinks is, like, I know you've said this, Rick, like Royal has some kind of level where they give you 5 free drinks or something like that. I'm going to go through 5 free drinks. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you all see me here drinking and stuff like that. I mean, 6'5", 260 pounds. I can put away a few, right? So 5's not enough for me. I like that idea, but I'm probably still going to buy the cheers package or the drink package, whatever that is. Now, my problem is you're going to give me 5 free drinks, but what if I buy the cheers package? What if I buy the drink package? How are you going to compensate me? Are you going to, I mean, if I only get 15 free drinks under the cheer package and I've earned 5 free drinks, well, that's 1/3. Are you going to give me 33% off the cheers package? That would be cool. That would be amazing. That would be super, super fair. And I would be happy with that. But if you're going to be like, oh, no, you can either not do the cheers package or we can give you 5 free drinks and then you pay for them after that, then I'm going to be like, I don't know. Like I might try to get by with the 5 free, but then Carnival's losing money, right? Because you're not buying their cheers package. So I would think that they would give me the 30% off, or they might not give me 33% off. Maybe they'll give me 25% off. But if they did something like that, I think it would be cool. Eric from North Shore Travelers, time to get the kids ready for bed. Good night, Brad and fellow cruisers. Good night, my man. And thanks for being here as always. Carnival stocks are up. Yep. Carnival stocks have been going up. Definitely has been going up. It went down for a while there, once the administration's changed, but it's starting to trickle back up now. Okay, so this is in response to the percentages. So Admin Tim was the first to say 85%. When Carnival releases their VIFP revamp program, if 85% of the people are happy, then it's a successful rollout. Sandy the Lost Pirate Jenkins thinks that you're going to upset at least 1 in 4, but that one person out of 4 being upset, she feels is still a success. Party on the Sea. Okay, Yoli feels like it's got to be 8 out of 10. Got to make 8 out of 10 people happy, and that's a successful rollout. Kimberly thinks only 50%. I mean, I think if it's that low, that's just my personal opinion. I feel like if they only make half the people happy, it's not going to be good for them. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people running to other cruise lines and stuff like that, but I could be wrong. Nancy says, I think they'll do away with the gifts they give each cruise. Many people have voiced to John Hill that they don't appreciate the gifts. I think they may do away with those. Nancy, that's a great comment because it's something that I'd like to talk about a little bit. I think what happened is the number of people that were eligible to get gifts increased so dramatically that Carnival was like, how much are we spending on gifts? How much did we spend on gifts last quarter? Like, oh, no. No, we got to cut this cost way down. No. We are spending how many millions on free gifts? No, we cannot do that. So what can we do and give as a gift in place of the really good gifts that we're giving? How about rubber luggage tags? How about that? Well, how much is that going to cost us? About 13 cents each piece. Done. Let's give them rubber luggage tags. and of course, that was, I think, the gift that set so many people off. Like, because as I had mentioned in my video, I mean, when I first joined, here's my mug. Again, I got all my stickers. We got Eric from North Shore Travelers who just left, Carnival Cruise Addicts. We got my new sticker there. And then look at that. We got the new one, Scott from Controversial Cruising. That's a new one I put on there this week. And we still got Sandy the Lost Pirate Jenkins there. And then so Cruise Life TV, I just sent them my new stickers. So expect a new sticker from them. And any other cruise content creators out there, I got a little space left. I got space here. Where else do I got space? I got space here. So I can get, I think, at least 3 more stickers on here of content creators. So send them my way. I'll send them your way too. Lisa says, I'm sticking with Carnival. Royal Caribbean treated me like trash. I'll never go back on their ships. And you know what? I mean, I got nothing against Royal. I got nothing against any other cruise line. I've just been loyal to Carnival, so it doesn't bother me when somebody says something like that. You know, I also know, like Rick is obviously a big fan of Royal. We got Amy who is on here a lot. She's cruised with Royal a lot, and she really likes Royal as well. So I get it. I mean, Royal, I've heard a lot of good things. I was just talking with somebody a week or two ago, just off to the side, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I cruise. I cruised on Royal. Yeah, they're really good." And when they heard about me and the YouTube channel and everything, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, I haven't really been on a lot of Royal, but." Britt says another idea: airlines share loyalty access with other lines. CCL could match status across all their lines. Some priority lovers might try other CCL lines, and CCL would still keep all their money. Yeah, that is a good idea, Britt, because that's one thing that Carnival hasn't done yet. All these other cruise lines are like trying to steal away Carnival people, right? They're matching Carnival loyalty levels and things like that. But that's not something Carnival has yet to do with other lines. Will Carnival try to start stealing other people's business? Maybe it's because Carnival has been selling out all their ships as it is, that they're like, yeah, you know what, we're good. We got enough of a base that we don't need to do that. But what is Carnival also doing? They got 2 new XL class ships coming, right, that aren't even here yet. And then they have, what is it, 3? I think 3 Ace class ships down the road. They're going to have how many thousands, 8,000 people on board or whatever. That is going to open up a lot of inventory. And I think at that point, for sure, that'll be the point where they're like, oh, hey, Royal Cruisers, guess what? You're diamond over here. Come on over and be diamond over here. And we'll save you some money on top of it, or we'll give you this or we'll give you that. And they might start trying to get some business that way. I think, like the MSCs of the world who are having trouble filling cabins, I mean, it's easy for them to say, yeah, come on over, Carnival people. I mean, we know there's a gazillion of you. So if we can steal a few of you, yeah, we'll match your status, because they have the inventory to be able to do that. And, with the new ship like World America and everything, even more so. So, yeah, that's definitely possible. All right, we got Ken with a comment here. He says, I can see them not grandfathering people in simply because they now raise the prices of certain packages on a whim. For the example, the drink package. Yeah, I'm tired of them raising the price on that drink package. I'm not going to lie. Chris says it would be great if they would even match amongst their own brands. Carnival Princess, yeah. Holland America, definitely. Mandy, the free drink once you turn gold doesn't even matter, because when you get the drink package, you get the free drink. Yeah, I know Greg from Cruise Life TV. He complains about that all the time. It is such BS. I mean, they could solve that problem very simply. You know what they could do, Mandy? I like candy. Do you like candy? Does other people like candy, chocolate, or do you know somebody that likes candy? What you could do is be like, oh, we know that you've already purchased the Cheers package. Normally, we'd offer you a free drink, but since you've already purchased the Cheers package, a free drink is usually worth $10 to $15. So we're going to give you a $10 credit in the Cherry on Top store so you can get a treat with your $10 since you can't use it because of the Cheers package. Is that difficult, Carnival? Is it? Is that hard to do? Really? See, that's penny wise, dollar dumb right there. I mean, if people are spending $1,000 on your Cheers package, you can throw them a bone. You can throw them a $10 bone and say, hey, here's $10 of candy on us. The free drink that you were supposed to get, you've already paid for that free drink. So we can't give you another free drink that you've already paid for. So since you already paid for that, here's $10 in the candy store, or here's $10 in the arcade, or here's $10 on board credit. Do whatever you want with it. Here's $15, whatever. I mean, it's just like, that's penny wise, dollar dumb. That's what I'm talking about. Why is Mandy even having to ask this question? Just give it to her. Just give it to me. I buy the Cheers package all the time. I got 4 cruises coming up this summer. I'm going to spend, it's based on double occupancy. So me and whoever I'm with, the two of us, we're going to spend, $1,000 to $1,200 or whatever it is for each one of those cruises. And then, I can't get a free drink because I've already paid for it. So give me $10 in the candy shop. Yeah, I'll go get, a Charleston Chew or something like that and satisfy my sweet tooth. It's not that big a deal. You know what? Why won't you do that? Like, that shouldn't be difficult. So Mandy, I completely agree with you on that. If you couldn't tell, I'm with you. I'm with you, Mandy. Texas Cruiser, I hope Kendall Flower is still a cruise director on Jubilee in January. I will be on that cruise. I haven't looked at her schedule. I know her and Joey are getting married. I don't know what months they're off to do that. We're way over now, but you know what? There's still 40 of you here. So until I get through all these comments, I'm going to stay here with you. We're going to keep the show rolling. We are up to 42 in the super chats. I'll do another shot if somebody wants to, have me do one. Britt says, Chris Moss. Yep, that's what I meant. Chris Moss. I worry about 15 drinks per 24 hours. I can sometimes do that before sail away on a good day. Yeah, Chris. So one of my other very popular videos that wasn't like a ship tour or anything was a Cheers video that I did. And I shared some of my secrets for maximizing your cruise package. But one of the ideas that I had was, if you get you know what? I got my loud cup over here. I thought about this today, and I hadn't blown this thing in a while. That's my ship horn right there. But what you do is you get yourself a thermos, like a 64-ounce thermos bottle, pack that in your luggage. And on the days that you have port days, they tell you things like, oh, you can't bring off fruit and vegetables or whatever because you're in a different island. And yeah, you can't do that for whatever ecological reasons or whatever. They don't tell you can't take a Long Island iced tea off the ship, do they? Because alcohol's not killing anything except brain cells, right? So you get yourself a thermos, and there's got to be at least one bar, usually it's the Atrium bar. And you go there, and every 5 minutes, right, you can order yourself a new drink. And you take your 64-ounce, thermos, you pour your drink in there. 5 minutes go by, you pour another drink in there. 5 minutes go by, you pour another drink in there. And then you get off the ship and you go to the beach, and you don't have to buy a bucket of beer or anything for a long time. Why? Because you got 64 ounces of Long Island iced tea in your big thermos that you brought with you. And you might have used five of your drinks, but guess what? You're not going to be on the ship for 8 hours, and you'll still have 10 drinks left, and you'll have used 3 or 4 hours on the beach before you even have to order another drink off the beach. So that's just one of the tips I give on the videos, to help people maximize their Cheers package. That was a successful video. So if anybody didn't know that tip that I've given before, well, there you go. That's why you stay on here late. Texas Cruiser Royal gives a discount on the drinks package for the diamond and above. Buy more drinks, above 5 per day. But I come out ahead if you compare costs. I buy bottles of bourbon and duty-free shop. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, whatever. And that's the thing. Rick is an experienced cruiser. As experienced cruisers, we learn things, right? We learn things from YouTube videos, watching shows like this, and hearing and seeing comments from people that give us little tricks on how to maximize our cruise, and then we do. So yeah. We got Scott from Controversy Cruising says, yes, nice stickers, Coach. They are nice stickers. You guys all got nice stickers, and I like Scott's touch because he's got a little bling. You see the little bling he has around the outside of his sticker there, the little diamond crusted, circle or whatever. The rest of us, we don't have that little diamond crusted circle. We just have like a line or something, or no line. Like mine is just, I don't even know what. I don't have anything. It's just like a black outline, but Scott's trying to be all cool over here with his diamond circle. I see you, Scott. I see you. So, oh, look at that. Rick, the Texas Cruiser says, I got a sticker coming your way, Coach. Love it. All right. And Diane says 2. I forget what that question was for. The bourbon is 90%. I remember that one. That was 90%. He feels like Carnival, to be successful with the rollout, has to make 90% of the people happy. So I remember that one. Chris Moss, Carnival Cruise Addicts. I need to cruise with you. Yeah, I need to cruise with Carnival Cruise Addicts also. Let's see. Michelle B. I like Carnival because it's so casual. I'm there to chill and relax. And if I want to walk around in my PJs in the morning, so be it. There you go. Yeah, whatever works. Chris Moss, let's show Coach some love. There are only 3 thumbs up. We can do better, Coach. Cruise fan, 3 thumbs up. What the heck? Oh, no. That's on Facebook, Chris. Those 3, I think that's from Facebook. Yeah, so that's only Facebook. But the YouTube, I hope there's a whole heck of a lot more than 3. Mandy could tell us. Mandy, she's good about that. Mandy, how many likes do we have on the YouTube thing? But on Facebook, we got 3 likes. I think that's what that's for. But Chris, I appreciate you looking out. Britt says, I'm sorry, I match Carnival own lines with each other, not other companies like NCL or whoever. Okay. Adventures with Uncle Dave. Same thing with free drinks in the casino and having the Cheers package. Free casino drinks are useless. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, honestly, I used to try to do that. I've told you guys this before. I got free drinks in the casino, and I tried to say, like, okay, why am I going to waste $1,000 on the Cheers package when I got free drinks in the casino? I'll just go to the casino and I'll sit at a slot machine and I'll order a drink, before a show or something, and I'll pick my drink up and I'll take it to the show. And just anytime I want a drink, I'll go to the casino and then I'll leave, and I'll go to the casino and I'll leave. You know what? That's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. And usually what happens is what they want to happen. You go into the casino, you get a drink. That's why they're giving the free drinks in the casino. And then you lose all your money in the casino, and then you're mad, So I'm like, you know what? I've lost enough money in the casino. I'm still going to go to the casino, but I'm going to buy the Cheers package. I'm going to enjoy the entire ship and drink whatever I want. And because I'm not in the casino all the time, I'll probably save as much money as I would have if I just tried to do the thing where I take my drinks out of the casino. And it was true. It was true. I probably saved more money by actually buying the Cheers package than playing in the casino for lengthy amounts of time. Now, I know, like, for example, that's not necessarily the case with somebody that just does slots. Carnival Cruise Addicts, they have a lot of success, but they only play slots. Me, I'm playing table games. So if a table is cold, I can lose a lot of money really fast. And, that's what had happened before. And the other thing at table games, like at a slot machine, you can hit the max bet, and that max bet might only be $10 or $15. But if I'm at a table game and I'm loaded and I'm mad, I might just put $500 bet out there and lose, a couple thousand like nothing, and then I'm just like waking up the next morning, like, hating myself. Right. So there you go. I just gave you the story right there. Lisa, has anybody asked to trade the drink for something else? Carnival's usually very accommodating. Yeah, Lisa, people have said that. And yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, sorry. That's basically the answer you get. Sandy, give me a duck. I would be happy. I got a duck, by the way, from Scott. He gave me a little Coach duck. It was a little duck. It had some barbells doing some weights. It was a cool little duck. I got it in the other room, but I'd have to go get up and leave to come back and get the duck. So Chris Moss says, I'm not a fan of Royal's dynamic pricing for drink packages, but they do sometimes offer a reduced price deluxe beverage package to Diamond Cruisers. Okay, yeah. I definitely got to get out and start doing some other lines. I really do. Michelle B, they should all match each other. If a person cruises enough, one of the lines is getting their money, so why not match up? Yeah. Mandy Smith says, good night, CCA. Oh, that's cool. Rick says, watching this show inspired me to book Jubilee in January. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. I will take that as a compliment. Chris Moss, sorry, didn't see your comment. Okay, I don't know what that's about, but we'll move right along to the next comment. Chris, you doing shots with me? He says, I told you I was a little slow. Maybe I had too many shots. I like it. I like it. If you're doing shots with me, I appreciate that, Chris. We'll go down as a team. Nancy Whitney, is almost impossible to get a drink in the casino in a timely manner. Well, there you go. I mean, that's another reason to buy the Cheers package, right? Those free drinks can be deceiving. They're not as free when you got to wait 27 minutes to get a free drink, right? So, yeah, I get you on that. Rick the Tex Cruiser, I have great success playing blackjack and blackjack tournaments. I've always come home with casino money. Very cool. And you know what? This is the last comment, and we're caught up. Oh, Michelle just had one. Britt says an annual custom carnival duck would be fun, though some people seem to hate them. Yeah, I mean, I guess some people, it's getting old, but yeah, they're fun. I think maybe indifference might be the better term. Like, I don't know if anybody can hate. How can I hate ducks? But I think many of us do shots with you. Oh, awesome. Love it. Thank you. I didn't know you all. I mean, I know Rick has shared with me that he's doing like, Buffalo Trace and stuff like that. But, and speaking of Rick, he's saying good night, good bite, folks, and have a fantastic week. Yeah, you know what? So we are out of time. So typically about this time is when I say we did 21 minutes of overtime. And thank you, everybody, for the comments. But if there are not any super chats to keep me going, we're going to call it a night. But I did give you 21 minutes of overtime. Texas Cruiser says, too many drinks. Yoli says, great show. Good night, everyone. It's hot tub time. Oh, yeah, Yoli and Andrew, they got a brand new, nice hot tub. And they're going to go enjoy that. Mandy says, I have a drink while we're on live, too. Love it. Cheers, everybody. Look at that. We got the Carnival Cruise accident. Oh, wait, no. We got the North Shore Travelers. Oh, wait, no. We got Scott, Controversial Cruising. Oh, there's Sandy, the Lost Pirate Jenkins. And, oh, there's me. So thank you, everybody. Great show this week. Well, I mean, I hope you thought it was a great show. It was a great show to me because of all the comments that you gave. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Kimberly Little Bell says, great show tonight. Most important, I love it when we are cruising together. I love it too. Chris Moss says, great show. Coach, I'll catch you from MSC Seashore next week. I love that. Have an amazing cruise. I'll be on a cruise right after I get off work too. So I don't blame you. Way to go. Get out there. I don't drink, so the free drinks don't matter to me. And there you go. There's another person that should be getting hooked up with some candy or some specialty dining or something because the free drinks don't matter to them. So like every Tuesday, yeah, I love it. Mandy, thank you. Michelle, Tim, and yeah, everybody, you all are amazing. You're all my favorite people, like Maren Morris. Go look that song up. All my favorite people. I mean, she talks about not cruising or whatever, but if you listen to the song and you just hear the all my favorite people part, just know that when I hear that song, I'm thinking about you because you're all my favorite people, all my cruise fam, my cruise community. You know, we're a special. Well, I'm not special. You all are special. You know, it's just different. It's just different. You guys are special, and the cruise community is special. There's something different about it. You're all my favorite people. So, all right, love you guys, and we will see you next week. Take care. Peace. And